happen. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. My neighbors compete to see who can put up more blinding lights. The kids all wish away the month 'cause they want presents in sight. This year had me so mad, I've been bad, got cold that is sitting under my tree. I think that my Christmas has died. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. When I was just a boy, Christmas brought so much joy. Couldn't wait for the presents and laughter. I couldn't sleep late at night, looking for Santa with lights. Those are the memories I still remember. Then I became a man, lost sight of who I am, but right in front of me was the answer. 'Cause on Christmas I feel joy, and I turn back to a boy. The answer is to stay young forever. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song.
Hey everybody. Hey you one person, how you doing? Okay, there's a situation here. I need to tell you people, it's serious, serious, serious. Okay, this channel here, Kids Conversations of a Killer. This is my backup, my main channel, Kit, right? Kids True Crime. They took my channel down. I might need help from people to do team to YouTube, but I'm gonna wait it out a minute, see what happens. All of a sudden I tried to go to my channel and poof, it's gone. It said it's been removed. I'm like, what the hell? And then it said you can appeal. Of course, you always try to appeal, but it said I got it taken down for criminal violent organization. So they're saying either I promote it or I participate in it. Are you freaking kidding me? What does that even mean? So obviously we know I'm a target. I've been a target for, 6 months now, I would say. And what's funny is none of my other channels, though. Just that one channel, you guys. My main channel. So anyways, got to work through that. But if anybody watches this on the replay, please let everybody know to sub up to this channel. And yeah, help me out. I want to get my channel back. This is so messed up. Because I ain't a part of any organization. So I don't know what the hell. All right, so we're going to talk about this dentist in Colorado. I find it kind of interesting. His name is Craig. James Craig, I mean. His wife is Angela. What ended up happening, he was having an affair, and he poisoned her. Her protein shake. I think I heard about this, but it keeps getting interesting because, okay, the affair and all that, but his attorney just quit, and about a week ago, he tried to hire somebody to unalive a detective, I think. So yeah. Let's see. What should we watch first? Hold on a minute. I got to go. Oh, I know where we're going to go. Sorry, guys. Hold on. I got to go out of StreamYard. Give me a minute, please. We'll start this with this. Oh my God. And we're also going to watch a video of the lady he was having an affair with. She's an orthodontist. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. Hold on, let's speed this up. There we go. Oh, okay.
Dentist accused of killing his wife. Investigators arresting 45-year-old James Craig on first-degree murder charges. They say they were able to easily track down an electronic history that traced his efforts to allegedly find ways to murder his wife, including searches for arsenic and cyanide, along with sales receipts for deadly chemicals. Nicole Fierro from our Denver affiliate explains how James was able to easily have poison shipped right to his business.
An electronic history detailed in James Craig's arrest affidavit starts with Google searches, including how many grams of pure arsenic will kill a human. That same day, an email here shows an Amazon.
What is wrong with these people in Colorado? They do some of the stupidest things, okay? But, you know, it just reminds me of Letitia, all her searches that she did. What's wrong? There's a digital footprint. Everything you do, people. Just saying.
On order arsenic metal 99.99+%, crystalline metalloid 10 grams for Element Collection. It's cost $13 on Amazon, something our Fox 31 legal expert George Brockler can't say he's surprised it's possible to buy.
You can't regulate away evil. You can't legislate away evil. And so people that are prone to kill, they can use anything. And arsenic has a whole bunch of regular non-lethal applications, from bronzing to some sort of pesticides, wood preservatives. It does a lot of different things other than kill your spouse.
The affidavit shows arsenic on Amazon isn't the only thing linked to Craig. The affidavit says he did receive something from another company, cyanide. It says there's an order in his email on March 9th from Midland Scientific. It's for Sigma 207-810, 25 grams, please stating that's the technical term for potassium cyanide. We see a number of emails with James and an employee of Midland Scientific saying they would need a usage statement for what James needed this lethal product for. He tells them he's a surgeon, that he needs to use this chemical to perform a surgery. He gave a Colorado license number and his professional dentist email, even though the message he was sending it from was from a personal email, not a professional, jimandwaffles@gmail.com.
I got to believe that cyanide is easily accessible to a whole bunch of licensed professionals.
Can I get your information and have them contact you?
Midland Scientific still hasn't answered our request for an explanation. Amazon either. Nicole Fierro, News Nation.
For more perspective on
Wow.
what police are calling
You can order cyanide from Amazon? Dang.
a heinous and calculated crime. Let's bring in Joshua Ritter, a criminal defense attorney and host of the podcast True Crime Daily. Joshua, thank you so much for being with us. We just heard that report from Nicole Fierro there. What seems to be the most damning evidence against James Craig? There appears to be a lot. The online searches, flying in his mistress while his wife was dying in the hospital, his past incident of reportedly poisoning his wife. I mean, pick one.
Yeah, you did a great job of outlining it all there. It does appear to be as though there's a mountain of evidence. I mean, it's a highly case focused on motive, first of all, right? There's the idea that he was having this affair. There's been witnesses who talk about that their marriage was troubled. He was trying to get out of the marriage. He had the person he was having an affair with visit him while his wife was in the hospital. So that's all awful.
That's
but then
crazy.
It really comes down to what your reporter pointed out there are these internet searches. I mean, those.
That is crazy. And we're going to listen to what the mistress has to say. She knows this man was married. He has 6 kids. Homewrecker.
Are so damaging. He's looking around for what kind of poison you can use that's undetectable. What kind of poison can kill someone easily? I mean, these is such damaging stuff for his defense to try to provide any explanation for. And then while his wife is still in the hospital, he's having more poison delivered. So you're right. It just all begins to add up. It's a circumstantial case, but it's a very strong circumstantial case nevertheless.
You know, and I think what confuses so many people is, because people here in the newsroom mentioned it to me, the fact that he apparently tried to poison her in the past and admitted to it in that text that he sent, or seemed to admit to it in that text he sent her.
Yeah, he talks about it as a drugging, and there was apparently a witness in the affidavit who said that he had drugged her in the past, whatever that means. What it certainly means is that he's willing to take wide liberties with what he's willing to give to his wife without her permission. So this is certainly a very troubled individual. It sounds like everything is pointing towards him. It's going to become one of those cases where it's, if in fact she was poisoned, and that's what is revealed from the autopsy, all signs point towards him, and who else could have done it?
Absolutely. And Joshua, you host your podcast, so you're aware of this. But at the heart of this, there are 6 children now who've lost their mother. Their father is currently behind bars, charged with her murder. And it's always just so important to remember that there are typically more victims in a crime like this. She is now not just the only victim here potentially.
Yeah, a family's just ripped apart. I mean, 6 children, the lifetime and all of those other lives that they've touched, and his business and people and everyone that he's known. The business is now out of business, his business partners, his family members. It's really a tragedy, and over something so selfish, so inexplicable, just over an affair. If that really truly is the motive for all of this, it really is nonsensical and just breaks your heart.
Yeah. Okay. Why do people do that? They have an affair. Instead of getting a divorce, they unalive them. It's crazy to me.
Yeah, our hearts certainly go out to that family. Joshua Ritter, thank you so much for your time.
Okay.
Thank you for watching. Go to News.
All right. Okay, there was something else. Oh, yeah, let's look at his YouTube. We'll look at that real quick. And then we'll go to another thing about this case. Because, okay, it's a lot of catching up. This is a year ago. I got the 50-page affidavit for arrest. It's 50 pages, so probably won't go through it all. But I got that. Oh, geez. Hold on a minute. I got to turn off my notifications. And you know what sucks about losing that other channel? I can't remember all the other channels I'm subbed to. This is so freaking crazy. Okay, we're going to look at his YouTube. This is his YouTube channel for his dental group. Let's see what he's got to say.
My name is Dr. Jim Craig, and I practice at Summerbrook Dental Group. I went to dental school at the University of Missouri at Kansas City from 2002 to 2006. I also taught dental classes at that same university for 3 years. And immediately afterward, I came out to this practice, and I've been practicing here since 2006. My approach to dentistry begins with sincerely listening to the patient and wanting to find out more about where they're coming from and what they're looking for and what they want. I also have a very strong philosophy that a happy team makes happy patients. And we have such a wonderful team here at Summerbrook. There's really no weak links. And I love hearing patients talk to me about how the positive interactions with my staff have affected their comfort level at the office. That's one of the hallmarks of Summerbrook Dental, is that we try to be happy here.
All right, so there's that. Let's look at another one. There's only 4. Oh.
Originally, I came in here just for teeth cleaning, and then that evolved and evolved over the years, primarily resulting from some damage to my mouth in Vietnam, and I now have implants top and bottom. What I like most about this place, in addition to how they do their business, is the people, the smiles on their faces, and the greetings they offer when you come in the door. I would describe Dr. Craig as very friendly, very professional, and empathetic. This experience was probably one of the best I've ever had in a dentist chair. I would certainly recommend this place, and I'm glad I found it way back.
Okay, so there's that. I got to go back and forth like that because it wouldn't let me do it anywhere. Here we go. Here's a long one of them. Let's see what he says here.
My name is Dr. Jim Craig, and I practice at Summerbrook Dental Group. My approach to dentistry begins with sincerely listening to the patient and wanting to find out more about where they're coming from and what they're looking for and what they want. One of the things that makes Summerbrook Dental so unique is our ability and willingness to comfortably treat patients who have high anxiety about dental procedures. Most dentists don't want to see those types of patients in their practice because it's difficult and it can be hard to overcome that anxiety. I thrive on that, though. I love the challenge. I love creating an environment where people are surprised at how comfortable they are. I like to put together some options for the patient because dentistry can be expensive, dentistry can be scary, dentistry can be uncomfortable. Not every treatment plan can fit every patient. And so I want to let the patients know what's possible so that when they leave this office, they feel like they own their own treatment plan. And that way we make sure that we're giving the patients exactly what they want. The feedback that we receive from patients is overwhelmingly positive. We have such a great team here that I don't have to worry too much about what everybody's experience is going to be because it's always good.
What I like most about this place is the people, the smiles on their faces,
Okay.
and the greetings they offer when you come in the door.
What I love most about this practice is how nice and friendly they are and how they always make me feel welcome. I got crowns done on my front teeth and now I'm not super self-conscious about them and I like them. If someone asked me if they should come to this practice, I would tell them absolutely 100%.
This experience was probably one of the best I've ever had in a dentist chair.
The most satisfying thing about my job is when a patient leaves and they say, wow, that was a lot easier than I expected it to be. I love to make dentistry easy for people.
Crazy. Ain't it crazy? Just crazy to me. Okay, let's okay, I gotta get rid of that. Because Channel 7 News out there, ABC, or Denver 7, they are doing some really good articles about this. Do I want to watch this maybe? Hold on a minute, people. I got to figure out what we're going to do. Oh. All right, we'll watch this one. And then we'll get to some of Denver 7's coverage on this.
In about 20 minutes, a Colorado dentist accused of murdering his wife is set to appear in court to learn the charges he'll face. But this is the crazy part. Investigators believe James Craig poisoned his wife's protein shakes with arsenic and cyanide. The motivation? He wanted to be with his mistress. Ray Clark joining us live with the latest details on the case. What a cruel man in terms of if this is true. I mean, he could have just left her.
He could have, but more importantly, they were married for 20 years and they have 6 children together. So you can only imagine what those children are experiencing right now. Their mother is dead and their father is now in police custody charged with murdering their mother. Sad in every sense of the word here. But family members say the two had a very tumultuous marriage and that James Craig had multiple affairs, but they never imagined he would murder his wife. But investigators say that's exactly what he did, using cyanide and arsenic to fatally poison his wife's protein shake, and she would eventually die on March 19th. Investigators say Craig ordered the poisons online and had them delivered to his dental practice.
I also have a very strong philosophy that a happy team makes happy patients.
And that was 45-year-old Dr. James Craig appearing in a commercial for his practice just a few months ago. Craig was arrested Sunday and preliminarily charged with first-degree murder after his wife, 43-year-old Angela Craig, was taken off life support at a hospital in Aurora, Colorado. According to a court affidavit, Angela died after going to the hospital for the 3rd time in a month. While at the hospital, she had a severe seizure, her brain swelled, and she was placed on a ventilator and declared medically brain dead. Investigators say weeks before his wife died, James Craig used a computer at his practice to look up undetectable poisons. His searches included questions like, how many grams of pure arsenic will kill a human? And is arsenic detectable in autopsy? Investigators say Craig had a mistress and they believe he wanted to kill his wife to start a new life with a woman who was a fellow dentist living in Texas. And investigators say he chose a very lethal way to end his wife's life. Now, before Angela Craig became very sick, this was a text exchange she actually had with her husband. She says, I feel drugged. James Craig replies, given our history, I know that must be triggering. Just for the record, I didn't drug you. I am super worried, though. You really looked pale before I left. Like
so
your lips
stupid.
even. Family members say James Craig actually tried to poison his wife 5 years ago because he wanted to.
What the hell, you guys? So even in a text message, I didn't drug you. She didn't ask, did you drug me?
Commit suicide, and he did not want his wife to stop him from doing it. Clearly, he didn't go through with that plan.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation.
Okay, girl. All right, let's look at Okay, we're gonna do channel 7. Okay, yeah, channel 7 and channel 5 of Colorado. They got some good articles here. Hold on a minute. Okay, go to 7 first. All right, Aurora dentist accused of poisoning wife allegedly tried to solicitate murder of a detective. That's on the case. Wow, wow, wow. Here, let me make that bigger. I'll go over here. That's better, huh? Okay, let's see here. What else?
Well, new at 10, the trial has now been pushed back for the Aurora dentist accused of killing his wife. James Craig is accused of fatally poisoning Angela Craig in March of last year. He has pleaded not guilty. Now, trial was supposed to start in August, but now could be delayed until November. The postponement's because Craig got a new attorney today, but it's not clear why.
Okay, from my understanding, there's another attorney that just quit. Okay, it says here, let's see. So we already know the backstory. He's being charged with first-degree murder. So on November 22nd, 2024, they were for, according to the documents, solicitation to commit first-degree murder and solicitation to commit first-degree perjury. What a dummy. Wow, he's so dumb. Okay, regarding the solicitation for murder, court documents read, committed the crime between October 19th to November 15th. Joel Mullen, public information officer with the Aurora PD, confirmed to Denver 7 the plot involved in killing a Aurora police detective who's working on the case. Oh, he convinced another person at the jail to kill the detective. The second charge, solicitation to commit perjury, allegedly happened between the same dates. This brings a list of charges to James Craig to first-degree murder, solicitation to commit tampering physical evidence, 2 counts, solicitation to commit perjury in the first degree, 2 counts, solicitation to commit first-degree murder. This is crazy. He has not yet entered a plea. Oh my God, you guys. How dumb is this guy? Okay. One day before those charges were filed on November 21st, the judge allowed James Craig's latest lawyer, Harvey Steinberg, to withdraw from the case after he cited a professional conflict. Steinberg said that James Craig was persistent in a course of action that he reasonably believes is criminal or fraudulent, and that Craig was insisting on action he considered repugnant or has fundamental disagreement with. And he's expected to appear in court December 16th, so I'll be on that. Boy, this guy's dumb.
Well, new at 10, the trial has now been pushed back for the Aurora dentist accused of...
Okay, we already know that. So this here is, you know what? I got the documents, but we'll just look at this. Arsenic. March 4th, 2023. He bought some. $13. That's crazy. Okay. We'll go to more, let's see, what is, okay, this is Channel 5 in Denver, or in Colorado. Affidavit, Aurora dentist research undetectable poisons purchased arsenic and cyanide before wife's death. Okay, we know all that.
An Aurora dentist is accused of plotting for weeks to poison and kill his wife so he could be with another woman.
Disturbing and salacious details emerging this evening from the arrest affidavit for Dr. James Craig.
Denver 7's Jacqueline Allen is digging into the documents to give us an idea of what was going on and how police found out about it. And Jacqueline, there is so much to unpack here.
You can say that again. The 52-page arrest affidavit lays out the Aurora police case against James Tolliver Craig in shocking detail. Craig was in court for the first time today and denied bond. Now, the records state that for weeks, Craig had been Googling poisons and ordering them in a plot to kill his wife, Angela, while he was flying another woman into town.
That's crazy.
By all appearances, James Craig was a reputable dentist with a wife, Angie, and 6 children. But as they say, appearances can be deceiving. This arrest affidavit obtained by Denver 7 picks up the story last Wednesday when Angie was taken to the hospital for severe headaches and dizziness. Her husband, James, sending these photos to friends as her condition rapidly declined. The affidavit states James' business partner at the dental clinic raised the first red flag in the hospital that Angie may have been poisoned by her husband. An office manager had seen potassium cyanide delivered to the office and thought James was acting strange. Police soon searched his home and office and uncovered Google searches, including how many grams of pure arsenic will kill a human, and is arsenic detectable in autopsy? Emails here show an arsenic order from Amazon and cyanide from a medical supplier. It's poison investigators believe James put in his wife's protein shakes, according to the affidavit. The couple had been having marital problems, and the affidavit states James told friends he wanted a divorce. But it gets much darker than that. Emails to a newly created Gmail account, Jim and Waffles, show he was having an affair, flying the other woman from Austin to Denver while his wife was sick in the hospital. Meanwhile, records show text after text between James and his wife, Angie, as she tries to figure out why she's so sick. She texts, "I feel drugged." He responds, "Given our history, I know that must be triggering. Just for the record, I didn't drug you." She died less than 2 weeks later.
So what's he talking about history? Well, Angie's sister told police that James drugged Angie a few years ago because he was planning to take his own life and did not want her to interfere.
Jeez.
Now, we also confirmed financial problems, a bankruptcy in 2021, and the affidavit states they were facing another bankruptcy. I also spoke to Angie's family today. Now, they have come into town to take care of those children, and they asked for privacy as they try to wrap their heads around what happened here.
That is, it's incredible.
Some dark allegations
Yes,
there. All
it
right.
really is.
Jacqueline, thanks for going
Thank
through that
you.
for us. And James Craig had his own dental practice. It's called Summerbrook Dental Group. And we talked to 3 clients shocked by his arrest.
Mind blown. I have no other words. I just stood there completely baffled and confused and really anxious to talk to my husband about it.
He was literally the best dentist I ever had. That's why I recommended him. That's why I recommended my mom. That's why I recommended my brother. So it was a large clientele that came here under that trust.
So one patient we talked to was at the office last week, had to see a different dentist. He was told Craig was not at work because his wife was in the ER.
Wow. Okay. That's crazy, you guys. Let's see. What's this? Okay, this is from last year. Is this the same one here?
An Aurora dentist is accused of plotting for weeks to poison and kill.
Okay, I hate it when news does that, but here's all the text back and forth. Look at those searches. All these searches. How many grams of pure arsenic will kill a human? You know, I always said, here's his YouTube, 10 deadliest plants, how to make poison, undetectable poisons. I always said jokingly, oh my God, what if something happens to me and, you know, law enforcement goes through my my searches, which would be funny because, you know, doing true crime, you look up shit. Okay, what we're going to do now. I want to look at. Oh yeah, we're going to get to the mistress. Okay, we're going to we talked to a patient, so let's do this. Let me get it ready, guys. Here we go.
To the next subject. Today, James Craig, the porn-addicted dentist, accused of killing his wife by poisoning her protein shakes. He was in court today, charged with first-degree murder. His former patient, local radio host Stephen Tubbs, said that he'd check in with us, and he's making good on his word. He was in the courtroom today, joins us now. Thank you for joining us. What was your take?
I tell you, Chris, it was very, very strange to see this guy for the first time in 4 or 5 years, and to see him 10 feet away in the orange top and the orange pants and the orange, Crocs, and he looked absolutely horrible. His eyes were puffy. I could tell. I was so close. I could see he had bloodshot eyes. And, being a former patient and doing the job that I do as a longtime newsman like you, not often do these two kinds of paths cross. And, he was definitely disheveled. He made zero eye contact. His family's all beside him on the left side of the courtroom. On the right side, family members of Angela Craig. And he said a few words, yes, yes, no, and yes. And, he officially is now, he's not officially entering a plea at this moment, but he'll be back in court on Friday, April 7th at 3:00 Mountain Time.
Was the alleged girlfriend there?
I don't think so. I think there would have been, it would have been a very stupid decision on her part to show up, Chris. But
sometimes
I have a feeling she's going to be part of it.
Sometimes people make them, right? This guy decided to poison his wife instead of getting a divorce, according to prosecutors. Now, I want to remind people the juxtaposition of the dentist that you knew with the one that the prosecution is going to introduce the jury to. We have a copy of an ad that he had taken out for his practice that I want to show people because it will be reminiscent of who you met and knew. Play the ad.
My approach to dentistry begins with sincerely listening to the patient and wanting to find out.
Okay, we don't need to listen to this again. All right.
This is the guy that you met. This was the kind of, I'm here for you, I check the right boxes, dentist that had your confidence.
Absolutely. I mean, it's bizarre. I've played that audio on my talk show here in Denver, and it's just bizarre. I use words like flabbergasted, bizarre, I can't believe it, unbelievable. The guy that I knew, Chris, was dedicated to his craft. I knew he had graduated from the University of Missouri. I knew he had a partner. I just moments ago said on my radio program that, it was a week ago today that the major crimes unit, the homicide unit with Aurora Police, the investigation a week ago today was underway. And she was alive a week ago today. She would die declared brain dead at University Hospital, 4:30 on Saturday afternoon. He was in custody by 2 a.m.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com.
Let's check out. Hold on. We are going to. We're going to look at 2 interviews here of the mistress. And yes, I did call her homewrecker. No, she did not, as far as we know, have any part of this, but she kind of did because she had an affair with a married man of 6 children.
Made national headlines earlier this year. The shocking death of a beloved mother of 6, Angela Craig, who died after a mysterious illness. Her family remembers her for being a fiercely devoted parent and friend. Soon after, her husband arrested for allegedly poisoning her. According to the arrest affidavit, authorities suggest he had murdered his wife to be with another woman. But that woman now says their connection was built on lies.
You've been labeled the mistress in this story.
Yeah, I don't like that label. If I had known what was true, I would not have been with this person.
In total, how long were you together with James Craig?
I want to say it lands right exactly at 3 weeks.
Do you think that James Craig allegedly poisoned his wife to clear the deck so he could be with you?
There's no way I'm motive. There's been no planning a future together.
When Texas orthodontist Karen Kane met Dr. James Craig at a dental conference last February, she wasn't looking for love. She was in the process of a divorce from her husband of almost 30 years.
We met on a Thursday and then went home on Saturday. So we spent this Thursday evening getting to know each other. And then we texted until 4 a.m. that night. Then the next day we, spent pretty much the day together.
They seemed to have shared values, a strong faith. Their children, their number one priority, and both seemed to be in a similar place. She says he told her he was also deep in the divorce process.
He told me they hadn't been living together. He had an apartment.
After the conference, the two remain in constant contact.
It was just consistent from 6 a.m. to 2 a.m. There was a lot of just feeling like so connected.
Pretty soon, they're making plans for Karen to visit him in Colorado. She says an initial trip falls through and is rescheduled. And the day before Karen arrives in Denver, Angela's health takes a horrific turn. She suffers a seizure, is on life support, and is not expected to survive.
Originally, it was like, maybe I shouldn't really even come. And he was like, I could really use the support.
Karen tells me they met for dinner twice.
He at no point seemed stressed or anxious really, I had to drag it out. I'm like, are you sure you're okay? Because he seemed okay.
But all is not okay. Soon after Angela is pronounced dead, James is arrested on charges of first-degree murder. And investigators are questioning Karen. Her initial disbelief turns to shock when she reads the arrest affidavit.
These are the allegations that within days of meeting you, he starts researching potassium cyanide and is buying these deadly poisons.
Yeah, and it wasn't until the media started reporting on it that I realized the timeline was so tight that it was like 2 days after we had left that meeting.
When you read that affidavit, that he was Googling things like, how many grams of pure arsenic will kill a human? Is arsenic detectable in an autopsy? What was that like?
I don't really think I have an answer for that because it's like, I don't have any sort of headspace of my reality where that fits. I didn't willingly have a relationship with somebody who was in a marriage.
Karen says they never consummated the relationship, and what she hoped was a promising new romance has ended with her pulled into a tragic investigation. And of course, the ultimate victim here, a vibrant woman, a daughter, a sister, and a mother of 6.
I can't even imagine the loss of a family member, and then to consider that it could be at the hands of someone that had been in the family for 25 years.
Okay.
Again and again in our time together, Karen lamented the tragedy of the 6 children.
Okay. Okay. My opinion. Oh, geez. This is what you got to do. If you're going to talk to somebody that's going through a divorce, wait till after the divorce. Just saying. Okay, let's listen to this here about the murder plot. Okay, hold on, people. Or people. Person. Thank you for being here.
Aurora dentist accused of killing his wife and plotting other murders from jail. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kim Christensen.
And I'm Tom Green. Our 9 News Investigates team reported last week that a police detective was an intended victim. Well, now we know that the detective wasn't the only target. Kevin Vaughn from our 9 News Investigates team broke that story. He's with us now. Kevin, what else have you uncovered?
Tom and Kim, we've confirmed that 2 other people were also targeted, and one of them is another law enforcement officer. 3 days after Angela Craig's death, prosecutors charged her husband, James, with first-degree murder. Since then, those prosecutors have gone back to court again and again to lodge new allegations: solicitation to tamper with evidence, solicitation to commit perjury, and last month, solicitation to commit murder.
These additional allegations, if proven by the evidence, make this case an absolute slam dunk for the prosecution.
9 News legal analyst Scott Robinson pointed to evidence in the case showing that James Craig searched the internet for poisons that couldn't be detected, and now stands accused of trying to plot other killings while behind bars.
This is why this is an absolutely wretched case for the defense.
The alleged murder plot was hatched in the Arapahoe County Jail, where James Craig is being held on a $10 million bail. Multiple sources tell 9 News Investigates that in addition to a detective working on the case, the alleged murder plot included 2 other intended victims. One is another law enforcement officer. As of now, Craig doesn't have an attorney, and it's not clear when he could eventually go to jail.
It's hard to believe that any defense lawyer would jump into this case willingly.
James Craig's former attorney withdrew from the case the day before the new charge was filed against him. That was done behind closed doors, so we know little about exactly what happened there. Craig is due back in court December 16th. It's expected he...
Crazy. All right. We are going to watch her on Morning America. See what she says. Again. Here we go. Oh.
Now to the Colorado dentist accused of murdering his wife by secretly lacing her protein shakes. The woman he had started seeing is speaking for the first time in an ABC News exclusive. Our chief national correspondent, Matt Gutman, sat down with her. Good morning, Matt.
Hey, good morning, Michael. In the many hours I spent with Karen Kane, she told me she felt deceived by the man that she thought.
Oh, okay. It's the same interview. Got it. Got it. Never mind. Oh, God, you guys are so tired. All right, what's this about? All right, this is arrest affidavit. Okay, it gives the cop's name and all that. It gives his info. Commit crime of first-degree murder after deliberation as a crime as identified. And it gives case law. No bond set. Probable cause affidavit. Okay. Police Detective Bobby Olson. Okay, this is just pretty much laying out who he is, or who or she, he or she. I don't know if it's must be a girl with an I at the end. Just saying. Okay, we don't need that. Okay, he talks about the victim, which is Angela, was experiencing severe headaches and dizziness. She was accompanied by her brother, and then they met with the husband. She experienced a seizure and rapidly declined medically. She was placed on life support. The hospital could find no known medical condition of the rapid decline. Appellant was told that James was a dentist who worked at the Summerbrook Dental Group. James was business partner with, blank, also a dentist. Brian and his wife are friends with Angela. Oh, this is stupid. They give his name anyways. Jesus. Okay, sorry. James communicated with Blank via text message, informed that Angela had been admitted to the University Hospital. Her condition was grave. They both responded at the hospital. They spoke to the attending nurse regarding his suspicion that Angela was a possible victim of poisoning. Explained to the nurse that James recently ordered potassium, what is that word? Cyanide for their dental practice, adding there is no medical reason or purpose to order potassium cyanide for the dental practice. As a mandatory reporter, the nurse called the police and the investigation ensued. All right. Blank began by saying he and James had been a business partner since August of 2022. When Ryan acquired James' dental practice, Wood had been struggling financially. Although he recently took over James' practice, they have known each other for over 20 years and went to dental school together. Described James as a risk taker and found out he filed for bankruptcy in 2021 and was on the verge of bankruptcy again. Also stated that in January, James confided, telling him that he and Angela were having marital problems. Office manager contacted Blank via phone as he was driving to the university with James. He was contacted by another office manager. March 6th, the day Angela first became sick, he went to Parker, Adventist? She was working late at the dental office. James returned to the office after hours. Observed James at the interview room or exam room computer with lights off doing something on the computer. This is odd because James had his own office with his own computer and personal laptop. Wow. That he took to the office with him on a regular basis. Approximately 30 hours after James left the dental office, he texted telling her that he'd be receiving a package and told her not to open it. Stated the package arrived for James on Monday the 13th. Wow, this is terrible. Found out that the package had been opened. Oh, Caitlin said she found out that another employee had opened the package, forgetting that James was getting a package. She looked inside the package. Inside the package, she seen biohazard sticker and what said potassium chloride on a circular canister. Realized that the first package, that was a package for Dane. Sealed the package back up and gave it to James. She later Googled potassium cyanide to see what it was used for and saw that Angela had the symptoms. Ooh. Caitlin called Jacqueline when she heard Angela was back at the hospital on March 15th and told her about the contents of the package. Oh my God. So the package came on the 13th. I'm confused. Well, we'll get back to that. Okay. Arrived at the university hospital in separate vehicles, but entered the hospital together upon arriving. They spoke briefly to James, but he received a phone call from a doctor, so he stepped away. While James was on the phone, the nurse came to speak with them. Stated James was on the phone. He pulled the nurse away and told the nurse about his concerns that Angela may have been poisoned with potassium chloride. What? He has to be, one of the dumbest criminals, just like James Wade, dumb. Wow. Okay, hold on. Maybe it was somebody else that told him, but I'm reading it as it says. Maybe I comprehended this wrong. While at the hospital, observed James meeting with doctors about Angela's prognosis, observed James crying in the meeting, then left the hospital, returned to vehicle. While in the vehicle, he received a phone call from James' personal. Okay, so it's somebody else. Okay. received a call from James' personal cell phone, phone connected to vehicle's Bluetooth so that he could hear the conversation. James told that he heard some disturbing information, then asked if he said anything to the staff, admitted that he talked to the hospital staff about the incident, advised that he was aware of the package that James had ordered. Let's see. James replied that the package was a ring for Angela and that he wanted to surprise her. Blank countered by telling James he knew it was not a ring. James claimed the package was never opened, so Blank couldn't know what was in it. Advised that the package was definitely open and it did not contain a ring. Blank asked James, why would you buy potassium cyanide? James eventually recanted and admitted that the package contained potassium cyanide, but claimed that Angela asked him to order it. James claimed that Angela couldn't order the potassium cyanide because she didn't have the proper credentials. James told Blank he ordered the potassium chloride, but he didn't think that Angela would actually take it. James described the situation as being similar to the game of chicken. At the point, Blank told James to stop talking and get a lawyer. Detective Gra had interviewed Michelle, who provided a similar account of events. As her husband, Ryan, Blank told your affiliate that Angela had become sick on March 6th. Angela went to Parker Adventist Hospital, was released the same day. Angela reported she was dizzy and weak. Angela again fell ill again and returned to the hospital on March 9th. She was admitted on March 9th, released on the 14th. They were unable to determine what was causing her symptoms. The next day, the 15th, 11 a.m., she was brought to the hospital by her brother. Added that she exchanged text messages with James since Angela was admitted to the hospital on the 9th. Okay, hold on. Admitted to Parker Abacus on March 9th, trying to keep up with the date with Angela's medical condition. Stated she was a professor and had a PhD in nursing. So she asked James to keep her updated on Angela's symptoms, to potentially assisting in her diagnosis. Providing your affiliate screenshots of text messages between her and James, March 9, 2023. Your affiliate confirmed that contact Jim Craig Blank cell phone was James' phone number. Okay, so the one in blue is, why is he laughing? Why is he laughing? What? Okay, I'll come back to this. Wow. This is weird. Oh my God, look at all of them. We'll come back. Holy. This guy is very strange. I think this guy has mental issues. Yep, sure do. Why would you do this? Why would you do that? Said that to people. Oh my God, this is awful. Text messages noting the day Friday was March 10th. The text message note yesterday was March 15th. The affiliate contacted March 15th at approximately 9 a.m. stated James called. However, he did not answer. They received the following text from him. Okay. Oh my God, look at all of them. This guy is dumb. Dumb as hell. Okay, the police or the Major Crimes Unit came to the hospital on March 16th to speak with attending hospital staff. Okay, and then they learned she arrived at 11 a.m. She'd been suffering from severe seizures. Doctors struggled to intubate her. Angela suffered from a lack of oxygen, no pupil reaction, and began to have increased intracranial pressure. Oh my God. Which caused decrease perfusion pressure. It was sent to the intensive care unit. Learned that Angela was still on life support with no brain activity, and her prognosis was poor, and she may not make it through the evening. Oh my God, she suffered, you guys. He is evil. So this started on the 6th. On March 6th, James and his wife, Angela, worked out in the morning. Before the workout, James made Angela a protein shake and a pre-workout shake in which James gave her extra protein because she was feeling sluggish. After the workout, Angela became faint and dizzy. Ultimately, James took Angela to the hospital. Blake also started to notice odd or strange things around the office on the 6th. Towards the end of the day, she found James in the dentist's office in a back medical area where she referred to the exam room. She thought it was strange because he was on a different computer, not his. Confirmed it was not common for James to use the computer in the exam room. Okay, we got that. Approximately 30 minutes later, James sent her a text message saying he had a personal package. Okay, we already know that. During this time, Angela became weak and was taken to the hospital, where she was constantly throwing up. It was unclear what her diagnosis was. James said Angela's blood pressure was low. Okay, this poor lady suffered. This is horrible. So James was having a conversation with Blank where he told her he didn't think his wife was going to make it. In the same conversation, James asked about business in the office. Found it strange James was concerned about his dental practice when his wife was in a dire medical condition. On the 13th, one of the office attendants opened a package. Okay, we know about that. I mean, why reread it, right, guys? It talks about the coil. They resealed it. The side effects. She discharged on the 14th. She was sent home on oxygen, and they didn't know what was wrong. On the 15th, she was back. She called the manager, Jacqueline, who also thought James might be responsible for her sickness because of the cyanide. Okay, they were having marital problems because he mentioned it. He wanted a divorce. He's been distant from time to time at work and would leave sometimes at lunch because he and Angela were having fights. She said she had not seen the package since the day she gave it to James and said the trash was collected with the trash company daily. Okay, Child Protection was contacted, who met with members of the Craig family individually. In her conversation with James, she believed James made some concerning statements, namely, James alleged that Angela was suicidal and had been for some time. So now he's blaming the victim. He claimed he personally has had to revive Angela on several occasions over the past few months. James said he asked Angela for a divorce December of 2022. And since that time, Angela's depression and suicidal ideations have increased. James believed that Angela was intentionally overdosing on opioids and another unknown substance. James never reported any of those incidents, never sought medical attention for Angela during and after the alleged overdose attempts. He never sought professional counseling therapy for Angela for depression and suicidal thoughts. James told Sydney he was sure that Angela's toxicology will come back positive for substances, but he didn't know what kind. Okay, Sydney felt compelled to report the following statements because none of Angela's children mentioned their mother's depression, nor did they mention, any alleged previous suicide attempts. Sydney believed that it was improbable that this type of event overdose suicide attempt could happen with no one inside the household except James being aware. Sydney provided her opinion that James was attempting to build a cover story for what happened to Angela. Okay, the 16th. The detective communicated with a friend of the Craig family, who currently at her residence was intended to spend the night with his children while he was waiting for his two oldest children to come in from out of town. Stated that James would be there in the morning. They got 3 search warrants, okay, for the home, 1 for his dentist office. Okay, and then James stated he did not wish to speak on the 16th. He did not wish to speak to us about his wife's medical status. He was provided a copy. They were also requesting his phone, her phone, his wallet, and laptop. He handed over Angela's phone, provided the passcode. He handed in his cell phone. Okay, hold on a minute. I got a cough, but I got to mute. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Okay, sorry. Okay, this is just going to be part 1, you guys. Look at, there's 52 pages. Okay. And he said the laptop that he regularly used was at the dentist office. And so he gave all the information that he said he did not carry a wallet, but kept his credit cards and ID in a phone case. They took pictures of the cards, driver's license. What else did they do? They executed a search warrant. No one was inside. Both external and internal surveillance cameras. Okay, and what they found was multiple types of powdered proteins, multiple workout style shakers used to consume protein drinks and shakes, a computer tablet, 2 different Ziploc baggies with white powdery substances in them, water bottle located on the exercise bike. Let's see. They located a hard drive or device that would obviously maintain data for a surveillance device. There was a security system affixed to the wall that could play videos, but it was not something that would easily be unplugged to seize. It was believed that the surveillance information would most likely be obtained on devices as such a phone, tablet, computer, cloud-based. On the 16th at 11:45 a.m., okay, they did the search warrant at the dentist office. They went to room 9. They found the computer there. Let's see. So they collected the hard drive that was hooked up and connected to the monitor and exam were done. What else did they get? So they grabbed another laptop. Oh, okay, that was his personal laptop. That was seized. Then there was a small vacuum in the office with 3 additional computer chairs. The vacuum had a white powdery substance inside of it. A portion of it was collected and seized. All right. And then they're talking about Angela's cell phone texts, found several between her and James. Okay, and they were talking about the children's day, their activities. Found Angela and James in her phone as the boy, with 2 pictures of them, and confirmed that the phone number had matched the phone number of Brian and Michelle said was his. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, because we're going to want to go through all these. So this is going to be part 1. But this is what I want to say. Anybody that knows my main channel, can you tell everybody that I lost my main channel until I figure it out? And I might need help with everybody going to Team YouTube on X. But I want to thank everybody that's here and anybody that watches the replay. Part 2 later.